Okay. The cold, callous, misogynistic Duke says, since none puts by the curtain I have drawn for you, but I. And we're going to start with the picture, as always. Okay, and we're going to picture this specific instance. So there is a painting and there is a curtain. And the curtain covers the painting or shows the painting. Now, who is doing the moving of the cover, the curtain? Who is moving the curtain? Who owns the painting? And that would be the Duke. So the Duke has complete control. The Duke has power over the curtain and therefore over the painting. If he has control over the painting, he also has control over his wife. And we know that if this is the same as this, then we can just say by proxy. So he has power and control over the painting, the curtain, and by proxy, his wife, even though she's no longer alive. And metaphorically, what does this suggest? If he's the person that covers her up and he's the person that shows her off. First things first, it suggests she is more like an object to him, a thing to be covered and shown when he wants. So number one, it shows how he objectifies. And if he's taking away her humanity, he dehumanizes his wife. And number two, it makes the Duke much like Mrs. Berlin. Mrs. Berlin is often policing and controlling the behaviour of others. It shows here how the Duke wants to control who sees and what happens to the painting. It reveals the policing and controlling of women in society. In what type of society are women policed and controlled? In patriarchal society. And when I say patriarchal society, I mean a society where men have power. So then take that to the quotation, since none puts by the curtain I have drawn for you, but I. Let's think about that. First things first, just like how Ozymandias said, my name is Ozymandias. We have this kind of hubris, this self-importance, shown through that personal pronoun, I. It's not about her. It's like the poem is ironically titled My Last Duchess. It's not about the Duchess, it's about the man, the Duke, who essentially owned the Duchess. And let's, while we're here, think of other words we can use to describe this kind of behaviour. People who police and control, objectify and dehumanise. We would describe those people as, think about your words for Mr. Berlin, your words for Scrooge. I should be seeing you write things like callous, misogynistic. I should be seeing misanthropic, selfish, hubristic. I'm going to add, I've got callous, I've got misogynistic, I'm going to add misanthropic. And then I do think it's interesting that he's drawn the curtain to show her off, but normally the curtain exists. Normally it's closed. So what does the curtain do? I've told you it covers. Another good word for that is it conceals. It conceals literally the painting. But what else? What could not get in? Eyes or maybe light. It doesn't let anything in. It's just in darkness. The curtain exists. The curtain exists to keep the painting in darkness. So it covers and hides, conceals and hides light. And by proxy, hope and joy. It could represent that while the Duchess was alive, she didn't have much of this. That curtain symbolises what the Duke was like. She didn't have much hope and joy because he kept her in darkness. He kept her in misanthropy and callous, cold policing and control, and therefore limited her hope and joy.